Vex Mythoclast is an exotic primary fusion rifle in Destiny 2. For the intrinsic perk, it has Timeless Mythoclast. This weapon fires full auto when in its default firing mode. Normally, fusion rifles fire a volley of shots after charging for a short period of time. Vex Mythoclast does not follow this rule. Instead, it will fire a single shot in full auto. It has a more similar behavior to auto rifles than fusion rifles while in the default firing mode. Vex Mythoclast's exotic trait is Temporal Unlimiter. Defeating targets builds stacks of overcharge. Hold reload to swap firing modes when fully overcharged. In alternative firing mode, hold the trigger to charge up and fire more powerful linear fusion shots. When you kill an enemy with Vex Mythoclast, you will get a stack of overcharge. Once you have 6 stacks of overcharge, you can hold reload to swap to linear fusion rifle mode. When swapping, your gun will get reloaded as well. In linear fusion rifle mode, each shot will charge for 533 milliseconds, deal more damage, and consume 2 stacks of overcharge. In other words, your first 3 shots will be linear fusion shots after swapping the mode. Linear fusion shots does around 600% increased damage for body shot and 1200% increased damage for headshot. Compared to the other linear fusion rifle that has 533 milliseconds charge time, linear fusion mode on Vex does around 30% less damage. However, Vex uses primary ammo, while normal linear fusion rifle uses heavy ammo, so less damage is expected for the most part. When you're building the overcharge stacks, you can swap weapons freely without losing the stacks. However, once you activate linear fusion mode, swapping weapons will remove all overcharge stacks you had. Not a significant fact, but you can reload during linear fusion mode without losing any stacks. When you kill low level enemies, you will gain 1 stack of overcharge, and when you kill major guardians, you gain 2. Now, you can gain 3 stacks of overcharge by killing some enemies, but I was not able to figure out exactly which enemies give 3 stacks. At first, I thought bosses give 3 stacks, but I tried killing Goron in Duality Dungeon with this gun, and he only gave me 2 stacks. Meanwhile, random Scorn and Sever activity gave me 3 stacks. At this point, all I can say is that some enemies give 3 stacks of overcharge, but I do not know exactly which enemies do that. I will leave a comment on this video if I ever figured out the exact rule for this. Vex Mythoclast Catalyst has calculated balance. While in full auto mode, final blows with this weapon grants bonus damage, accuracy, and stability for a short duration. Landing a final blow with Vex will grant the weapon bonus damage, accuracy, and stability for 5.5 seconds. Weirdly enough, this buff does not show up on your screen HUD. Damage increases about 20%, and swapping weapons will not remove the buff. As the perk mentions, this buff only activates when you kill an enemy in full auto mode. But what it does not mention is that you lose the buff when you activate linear fusion rifle mode. This means that linear fusion rifle mode will never benefit from this catalyst. Vex Mythoclast is the raid exotic in the Destiny franchise. It is the first raid exotic ever, and probably the most iconic one as well. Vex is a very unique weapon. This is the only fusion rifle that uses primary ammo and that performs like an auto rifle for the most part. When it was introduced in Destiny 2, it even got a linear fusion rifle sight. So now it's a fusion rifle that fires like an auto rifle and sometimes performs like a linear fusion rifle while using primary ammo. When it comes to strength, Vex is just a fine gun. At the time of the recording, it's not overpowered nor weak, it's just fine. But what is important is that it is fun to use. Vex is a very cool looking gun that has a cool mechanic and sounds cool. In my opinion, this is what an exotic should be. It shouldn't be about the power, but it should be about it feels good to use. And Vex Mythoclast delivers that part very well. While this gun has some history between being overpowered and trash, it always had a special place in every Destiny player's heart, and probably will be in the future. Thank you for watching. I will see you on my next video.